of all the beast assignments, there is one that I have not yet made a video about, and that's about the artist. All right. So I hope that you, when you're doing the assignments, you're looking at the instructions that I give you, you're looking at the example that I give you, and then you're watching the video of me explaining the assignment. Is everybody doing that? I hope so. All right. So I have not yet made a video for the artist. So if you go into Chad and if you go into the Beast folder and you go into the artist assignment, I want to go over the instructions. We'll look at the example, and then there's just some few things I want to say. All right. All right. So for the artist assignment, it is very much like the style assignment. It's almost identical. Right. So I want you to collect information about your artist. You can go to the textbook and take notes. Let's see if I can go. All right. Look up information in the textbook, and the websites that I want you to go to. I want you to go use the Art Story. Has anybody used that yet? All right. That's an excellent, excellent website for this semester. They don't have much for last semester, but they have a lot of stuff for this semester. Excellent website. You can go and look up your artist in there, and it'll give you an explanation of your artist, and it'll have different artworks by them that are good examples of that artist. And it goes through each of these artworks, and it gives, in fact, why don't I just go and let's go and look up the Art Story. All right. So let's go here, and my artist will be Leonardo da Vinci. There he is. You click on him, and it shows a timeline. It has lots of information about it. And then it goes through different artworks, and it has explanations of these artworks. So this is an excellent, excellent source for this assignment. All right. And then the other website that I want you to go to is you go to Smart History. You click on that, and you go to the search, and you just type in your artist, the art style or the artwork. Chances are they don't have your artwork. They haven't done your artwork, but they probably have done your artist, unless you have some like really obscure artist. Okay. And so then there's different articles and videos that they've made about your artist. And it also goes into like the art style and anytime they have mentioned your artist. So another wonderful website to go to. So maybe, I'm choosing to write about the Vitruvian Man. So I'll click on that, and there is I wouldn't say an article, but there's some information about the Vitruvian Man that you can look at. So these are two excellent websites that I want you to use for this assignment, and use pretty much those websites. I don't think you have to go much further outside of these websites to get your information. Do not go to Wikipedia. And to be honest, when I did my research papers when I was in grad school, I would start at Wikipedia just to get some basic information, but then I would never use what I learned there in my research paper. It kind of helped point me in the right direction. Also, Wikipedia has, it's all the sources are cited, and I'll go to those sources that are cited. I'll go to the actual sources to get my information. That's like a trick you guys can use later on in college. Do not use Wikipedia. Professors don't like Wikipedia. It's not entirely accurate. All right. But you can go to, a lot of people cite the sources. You can go to those sources and those are accurate. Does that make sense? All right. So stay away from Wikipedia on this. And the videos, like if you can go to YouTube, Come on, YouTube, click it. There we go. And we can do, and then Smart History. Smart History does lots of videos. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos about Leonardo da Vinci by Smart History, right? So that's because Leonardo. So you can probably find 1 or 2 about your artist, right? Maybe if you're lucky, you get one about your artist. So that is where to go to find your information. You can also use the book that you read and also use the article that you read if it applies to your artist. All right. And then collect information about 3 artworks from your artist from these sites that I just explained to you. And you're going to take notes on all of this. And when you write it out, it's no more than 2 pages. I'm going to show you what that looks like, no less than 1 1/3 pages. And basically, what I want you to do is to explain the artist to me. What does his or her artwork look like? Why is he or she important? And how does his or her artwork embody the style that they work in? All right, these that are highlighted are ones that I really want you to focus on. Give me 3 examples from the artist, from your artist. So how do they embody the spirit of the artist and style? And you're going to use figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. I'll explain that in a second. I want you to use quality photographs, and I'll talk about that in a second. And you're going to label your photos, and I'll show you examples of that. And you're going to do footnotes on this, at least 3 footnotes, where something that you include in your writing is lifted directly from your sources. So you're going to have 3 footnotes, and I want at least 1 of those to be from your textbook. All right, and then your bibliography, illustrations, and notes, and I'll show you the example. All right, so it's all right here. Oh, I want to go back to give me 3 examples from your artist. Do not use your primary artwork. We're going to do a whole assignment about your primary artwork. So, so choose 3 other artworks. So if my example is I'm doing the Mona Lisa, I'm going to choose 3 other artworks by Leonardo da Vinci that are not the Mona Lisa. All right. Okay, so then the other thing I want to show you is the example. I say this every time. Do not go by this right here. Download the actual document and then look at that, because when I upload it onto this Schoology website, in fact, you can see, let's go take a look. You can see the header up here where I want your name on the left side and the number on the right side. And then if we look at the header up here, it is like it changed it. So when I put a document into Schoology, it changes the formatting. And do not go by the example here, go by the example of the actual document. All right. So I'm going to minimize this so you can kind of see what I want you to turn in. Oh, that's perfect. Oh. All right. So you're going to do 2 pages of writing. This 3rd page right here is your bibliography. And then you have 3 artworks. And I already see a mistake on here. If I zoom in, there should be a title up here that says illustration. So I forgot to put that in there. But you will not forget. You will have a title that says illustration. All right, let's go back to where we are. All right, so, and then you're going to photograph the notes that you took when you did your research and include that in here. All right, easy peasy, right? Okay, so then we're going to go and look at the actual. All right, I highlighted the footnotes so that they're easy to see, and this is what the footnotes are going to look like. I have explained footnotes in the other videos, so I don't need to go over it again here, but there should be at least 3. And here I have referenced the textbook, so Gardner's Art Through the Ages. All right, you will not highlight your footnotes. All right, and then if you look at the structure of these 2 pages, the about 3/4 of the first page is talking about your artist, and then we have, it looks like, 3 paragraphs, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and each one is discussing an artwork. So you're gonna that's what it should look like. And then if we even look in a little bit closer, all right, I want the title of the artwork to be excuse me, to be in italics, and then the first time that you mention the artwork, you're going to put figure 1 directly after it. And then every time you mention it after that, you don't have to put figure 1. I've explained this in the other examples, the other videos as well. Okay. As always, I want in the header, I want your name on the left side and the page number on the right. You should set it up so that it counts. So this is page 1. You can see this is page 2, and then this is page 3, and so on. So you should be able to set it up as it's numbered. Also, I'm giving you this document right here, so you can copy this document and download this document, and then just erase all of my words and put your words in there, and it's already set up for the formatting. All you have to do is go into the header and change my name to yours, change my title to yours, change my words to yours. All right, it's already set up for you. Let's see, one other. Oh, the title of your artwork or the title of your project is going to be just simply the artist name, and it'll be bold and underlined. All right, you can use the setup that I already have for your footnotes, and if you want to know how to do a footnote, do what I did. You're just gonna go into YouTube and do a search for how to footnotes, Chicago style, and it shows you. All right, the bibliography. You're going to put whatever text that I've asked you to research 3. Is that right? In the instructions. All right, so look up 3 places for your information. So on your bibliography, you'll have at least 3 right here. All right, so you look up the art story, smart history, and the textbook. And even if you use information that you learned from your book or your article, you can include that in here as well. And make yours look like mine. I've been getting a lot of them, seeing a lot of them where there's the space. We have 2 lines right here, and then the space between it is double spaced. No, I want it to be single spaced, and then in between the individual entries is going to be double spaced. So you're going to have to play a little bit with this to make your bibliography look like my bibliography. And it's weird that it's Chicago style that the first line is not indented, and then the second and third lines are indented. You're going to have to figure out. I can't explain how to do it because I just kept trying different things and then it finally worked. So make your bibliography look like my bibliography. Also, your bibliography is going to be in alphabetical order. So, Gardner, that's early in the alphabet, then smart history, or maybe I think one of the people that talks a lot on smart history, their last name begins with a Z. They would be last in that. All right. And then once again, you should have a title up here that says illustrations. I don't have one. I should have one. So I would have taken points off of mine because there's not there. And then you're underneath your image, you should have figure one, your artist name, the title, and then the date. And I also want you to include the style, which I didn't do last year. This is last year's example, so I want you to include the style right there. So it'd be what, High Renaissance or Italian Renaissance. All right, and then you will include the notes after that. All right, I think that explains how to do this. Are there any questions about how to do the artist assignment? Yes, sir.
My artist is Brancusi. What actual like style does he do?
All right, yeah, Brancusi is it's easy. It's modernism. He doesn't fit into any like specific subcategory of modernism. He just does his own thing,
That's what I've been thinking.
right? And so you're going to have the added difficulty of like, because modernism includes 100 years or so of like modern art, but you can say what are the dates on his? Is it 1950s?
I think so.
All right, so you could modern, like you can either, if it's pre World War II, you can talk about pre World War II modernism. There's a section of that. If it's post World War II, you can talk about post World War II modernism. There's a section for that. So I would focus on one of those two. Maybe his artwork is pre World War One. I don't know his exact dates, but if it's pre World War One modernism, you can talk about that. All right, but that, yeah, he doesn't fit into any particular like group. It's like Picasso, when he first starts out, he's definitely a cubist, but then after that, he just kind of does his own thing, and he doesn't really fit any group either. So, all right, that's an excellent question. Any other questions?